So with Plastilube, you want to use kind of a, kind of medium to soft kind of brush. You don't need a whole ton of it. You just need a little bit. So I want to make sure that when I do this, and I actually brush it on, that I brush it on and I don't get piles or puddles anywhere. I want to make sure I get it on all surfaces, clay surfaces. I want to make sure I get it on the walls of my coddles. And I've also measured with a piece of blue tape right here to try and make this the same distance. So when I pour this is the distance here. It'll be about 1.5 inches above my my piece that I'm making the mold of. And I want to do that so that I'm consistent with the thickness of everything in every direction. That way I'll get a nice kind of pour, and it'll the object will or the mold itself will absorb water at about the same rate, right? If I have one spot that's like super thick, then maybe that one will absorb more water or it'll absorb it at a faster rate. And then I just don't need to make that much material, use that much material, right? After you do the Plastilube and you paint this everywhere, make sure you get it on all your surfaces. What you want to do is you want to wait, right? You want to wait until it goes from being shiny and it'll kind of change to being dull. If you have any spots where there's any sort of bubbles, like you can see a few little bubbles right there, if you wait until that dries out, then you can kind of go back over it and just kind of rub it with your finger, and you can get those little bubbles to go away, all right? So we just want to make sure we get it everywhere. The clay is going to come, is going to remove away from the plaster no matter what, but having the Plastilube on your object itself and the coddles, the walls of our mold, that's super important. I still end up putting the mold release or the Plastilube on all the clay as well. So that's kind of my way.